Step 4. Develop business continuity strategies. Start this process by developing parameters for your strategies. Develop strategies to respond to each risk in your business impact analysis. Assign managers to lead tasks in the event of an emergency. Use your recovery time objective to prioritize your investments and response order in a disaster. The next several slides will discuss common risks that companies share and potential strategies to consider. Identify a location for management to operate through a disaster. Depending on the size of your management team, it could be your home, a conference room in a secondary company office location, or at a hotel, a restaurant private room, or a coffee shop. The following items are recommended. Cell phones. Consider smartphones for their additional communications capabilities. Landline phones. Internet connectivity or Wi-Fi. Laptops. Power strips. A copy of your business continuity plan. If your business is manufacturing or production-oriented, develop strategies specific to your organization. These strategies present difficult mitigation, recovery, and relocation issues. You can often mitigate production problems by maintaining spare parts and sufficient inventory to keep sales and marketing efforts going until a new site can be readied or specialized hardware replaced. Identifying alternate suppliers. Under certain circumstances, realistic recovery strategies may be limited to repairing or replacing equipment. Store equipment specifications and documentation with vital records off-site. Consider pre-negotiating agreements to expedite repairs and recovery. Some relocation strategies could include splitting your production operations into 2 sites, negotiating a reciprocal agreement with another company or a leasing agreement to facilitate relocation after a disaster, considering unusual places for recovery of operations like industrial parks, shopping malls, and vacant strip plazas and warehouses. Not all of your employees will work in the alternate IT or production recovery sites after a disaster. Management, sales, marketing, designers, and administrative staff need basic office equipment such as telephones, computers with internet access, tables, desks, and chairs. Recovery site options for these employees include utilization of teleworking. This option allows these employees to be with their families in the aftermath of a disaster. Otherwise, you can opt to lease a space to equip and furnish. Remember to address employee and community needs during the disaster and post-disaster. Don't expect your employees to show up to work if their families are not safe, fed, clothed, and sheltered. Visit www.Ready.gov for information on developing strategies for helping your staff and the community. Once you have identified your strategies, critically evaluate them. A cost-benefit analysis will help you decide if the strategies identified are the best options for your organization. You want strategies that are economically sound and realistic for your company. A good strategy is scaled to meet your organization's needs and requirements. Some questions to ask yourself include: is the strategy cost-effective? How will you fund it? Can you justify your strategy by integrating it into daily operations? Will your strategy address multiple threats? Is it an all-hazard strategy? Can your staff implement it? Communications recovery strategies are important because your communications capabilities can be the lifeline to your company in the aftermath of a disaster. Consider integrating remote call center software applications and teleworking into your communications recovery strategy. Options for alternate communications capabilities include mobile call centers, large trailers with communications equipment and leased call center services, outsourcing your communications until you can return to normal operations. Your IT recovery strategies are important and should be given careful consideration. Whether your IT systems are a standalone computer containing your financial data or a network of interconnected systems, IT recovery is such a crucial component of your business continuity plan. When developing strategies to secure your IT systems, consider the following suggestions. Create nightly backups Determine a secure location off-site for them and ensure they are routinely tested. Establish an alternate IT recovery site, a facility marked for relocation and recovery of your IT systems following a disaster. Install an uninterruptible power supply to permit graceful shutdown and to prevent power surges. Test your generator and fuel supply and ensure electrical systems are properly grounded. Power outages can be just as devastating to your IT operations as physical storm damage. Implement environmental sensors to detect problems before they become disaster-level issues. Check for potential sources of water leaks and keep your IT facility free of debris. Utilize our Disaster Recovery Plan Generator, a tool for creating a disaster recovery plan, which will be available to you following this training.